check. 1, 2.
Been the beneficiary of privilege, that the color of your skin gives you a head start. That is the reality for far too many hard-working, decent Americans. But right now, the president and his allies are trying to tap into that frustration and distract from his breathtaking failures by giving folks someone to blame other than them. They're stoking fears about Black and brown Americans, lying about how minorities will destroy the suburbs, whipping up violence and intimidation, and they're pinning it all on what's been an overwhelmingly peaceful movement for racial solidarity. It's true. Research backs it up. Only a tiny fraction of demonstrations have had any violence at all. So what the president is doing is once again patently false. It's morally wrong. And yes, it is racist. But that doesn't mean it won't work. Because this is a difficult time, a confusing time. And when people hear these lies and crazy conspiracies repeated over and over and over again, they don't know what to think. With everything going on in their lives, they don't have time to fact-check falsehoods being spread throughout the internet.
Oh man, Eddie Van
And
Halen
even reasonable
dead.
people might get scared.
And Michelle Obama
And the one thing this president is say that you
is still a racist. More so than ever. Oh man, good morning everybody. Mark's Conte reporting. I've been listening to. I hope we don't get whacked for the Van Halen little clip there, but. Hey, if it goes to Eddie's fund, right? If they're gonna monetize, whatever. Fucking Eddie Van Halen is dead. Eddie, the probably, I mean, arguably, even in guitar circles, I wasn't a big Van Halen fan as a kid. I mean, I loved, Eddie Van Halen was kind of like a Beethoven of guitar, where he took it to a new level. Even great guitar players that don't have the same style will all say, "Man, the guy was fucking good." And Eddie Van Halen died of throat cancer, and 65 years old, very young. He was married to Valerie Bertinelli, and they had a kid and all that. And I think I'm pretty sure his kid, Eddie Van Halen's kid, was then the bass player, replaced Mark Anthony or whatever his name is, the Anthony guy, the bass player for Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen's son replaced him on the bass for many, many years. So a very tragic day for I guess rock fans. But hey, listen, man, we're all gonna die. The videos live forever. The music lives on, right? Lives on. I've been listening to Van Halen now for 20 hours in a row. Right? I just keep listening to it, right? All the great songs, Panama, Jump, Senorita, I'm in trouble again and I can't break free. Senorita, you're exactly what the doctor ordered. Come and talk to me. That's just classic music, man. Fucking David Lee Roth. I didn't like it when Sammy Hagar stepped in. Van Hagar. You remember they were calling it Van Hagar? Remember Van Hagar? Fucking Van Hagar. Because nobody really wanted. It was, I mean, David Lee Roth. And I can't break free. Oh, no, Senorita, you're exactly what. No. Most people that tried and true Van Halen fans didn't really like the Sammy Hagar switch. That was kind of a smack in the face. The bass player, who gives a shit, man? Let Eddie Van Halen's. It's family anyway, because Eddie, and a lot of people don't know about why Van Halen was so good. It was Alex Van Halen. Alex, the drummer, and Eddie, the guitar player, are brothers. They lived in the same house, and they fucking had the same basement and played constantly. That's why when you listen to it, it sounds like one brain. The drums and the guitar are so interlocked, and then the bass follows it, and any Bo Winkle could sing over that and sound good, because it's just the music is the music of Van Halen was so incredible. So we'll just have a little stroll down memory lane tonight. Tonight is the VP, the vice presidential debate between the vice president of the United States, Michael Pence, and his challenger. The challenger, the ever black Kamala Harris, the woman. He's debating a woman, so he has to be careful what he says. He has to walk on eggshells tonight, Mr. Pence, Vice President Pence, not to offend the black, the woman, or anything else, right? Anything, right? Right? So political correctness is not going to fly, Pence. Fucking tear her up, spit her out. Jews on the rise. This is, I've always had mucho respectamundo for the Hasidic community. They're very together, right? And they just, I told you yesterday, they got locked down. De Blasio and Cuomo decided to pick their zip code to lock down schools and businesses again because of some fictitious number that some idiot scientist is giving them about COVID-19 and the dangers. So the Jews, they don't take no shit. You're fucking, you kick one, they all get up. This is the lesson that people should be looking at when we review the Hasids in Borough Park here in Brooklyn. The whole fucking neighborhood comes up. Oh yeah, you're gonna lock us down? They're burning shit in the street. They're not gonna destroy their own properties, but they will file 500 lawsuits. They will line up around the block to the court to sue de Blasio. You don't think they'll do it? That's how they get away with not paying fines and all the other shit. They take advantage of everything, right? And you think you're going to fight off, 10,000 Hasids in New York? Forget about it. They'll bog you down, man. They'll spend every penny they have. They'll drain the temple. They'll drain the Jewish temple to get you, right? So we'll look at that. There was literally arrests and almost a riot in the street right here in Brooklyn, like last night. And what else? And the main story, of course, is that there's also a little Q news. Facebook bans Q across its platform. So if you're talking about Q, you got banned just in time for the election. Right? And the big story, Michelle Obama. She is clearly and unequivocally a racist. She is stoking the flames of anger, white anger and resentment. That's what she's doing, right? She's calling you a racist. She's saying that your president is doing that, is stoking when someone speaks to white people being discriminated against, like Trump is doing, that in itself is stoking the flames of animosity. Huh? No, that's called racism. You are the fucking racist, and people are pointing it out. You and the people that you associate with, right? So we'll listen to her retarded rant, and then we'll have a wonderful day, right? We'll have a good day. So where the fuck am I? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Oh yeah, I gotta hold on one second. I gotta get my website up. MarcusConte.com. I have to tell you about it. I forgot to bring the site up. And pow, there it is. So what's up, everybody? So, oops, wrong way. So welcome, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting. We'll talk about those fine subjects today on this subject, on this channel, on this YouTube, out here in YouTube world. YouTube. I hope it lasts forever. I don't know, man. It doesn't look like it. I forgot to update today, but kindly go to marcusconte.com. If videos are ever deleted, just go to BitChute, this tab right here, and you'll find them. And become a Patreon of this channel by joining. Hit that join. Hit the lovely lady holding my old decal, or drop a couple of bucks in the tip jar so that we can continue this fine discussion of truth and justice and the American way. All right. That's what we're doing. So let's talk about it. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Vinny DiMartini. What's up, Vinny, man? What's up, Vinny? We got to come back. I had said we'll do like a late night thing where everybody talks and we bring everybody in. I haven't gotten there yet, but it's on the table. We're gonna do it, man, because we're only growing. So as long as everybody stays put, we're gonna grow this thing. Good things coming down the pipe in MarcusConte.com land. More space and I've always wanted to integrate music into this thing, and live music or it's something that is definitely coming. So thank you, everybody. Just stand by. Weevil Girl, good morning, Weevil Girl. Christian Lifetime, New York City. Russian Bot is here. Terry Miller, good morning, Terry Miller. Gitmo Holiday, Jason Walsh, John Day, Chris Milk, Wad Allen. Herb Pooper, Fonzie. Hey, Fonzie. Hey, how you doing? Fonz. The Fonz is here. C. Bradley, Hang All Treasonous Pricks is here. Thank you very much for being here. SG Commander, Joe Green, JB. All right, man. We got a good crowd, man. People fucking piling in, man. Piling in to hear truth. Piling in to hear some truth. So it's definitely confirmed. If you haven't heard, Eddie Van Halen died. Ex-wife Valerie Bertinelli leads emotional tribute. So the death of Eddie Van Halen, who lost his battle with throat cancer Tuesday, sent chords of sadness through those touched by the legendary guitarist. The 65-year-old passing was confirmed via Twitter by his son Wolfgang, 29, as online tributes began pouring in. Oh, there's a video. It tells you all the people that... the people. Well, we'll just read it then. The people that came to his bat. The guy, the bass player for Kiss, Gene Simmons, everybody. I can't believe. This is the tweet from Wolfgang, 29 years old, his son. I can't believe I'm having to write this, but my father, Edward Ludwig von Halen, has lost his long and arduous battle with cancer this morning. He was the best father I could have ever asked for. Every moment I've shared with him on and off stage was a gift. Wolfgang, who has filled in as the band's bass player since replacing Michael Anthony in 2006. My heart is broken, and I don't think I'll ever fully recover from this loss. I love you so much. Pop. This is the equivalent of rock and, it's like losing a Beatle, really. It's right up there. It's like, it's like Pop Smoke in rap dies. It's devastating. It's a big event, or Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Or band, Beethoven himself, or Mozart. Right? So Wolfgang's mother, Valerie Bertinelli, 60, who was married to the Jumpman. What is? I want to see the. That's a great picture. That is an awesome picture, man. That's Wolfgang. Wolfgang. I love pictures, man. I love looking at pictures. So David Lee Roth said, what a long trip it's been. Sammy Hagar reached out. Gene Simmons reached out. So Motley Crue, Nikki Sticks says, rip Eddie Van Halen. You changed our world. You are the Mozart of rock guitar. Travel safe, rock star. Oh, so fucking cool, man. So cool. The who else? Dimebag. Oh, he's dead. Skid Row. The guy from Skid Row stepped out. Red Hot Chili Pepper. Flea stepped out and said, what did Flea say? Oh, man. Bless his beautiful, creative heart. I love you, Eddie Van Halen, an L.A. boy, a true rocker. I hope you jam with Jimmy tonight. Break through to the other side, my brother. Fucking Eddie Van Halen is dead. Eddie Van Halen is dead. So, in good news, I put up my picture, right? Batman. So it's October is officially Black Cat Month, in case you didn't know. Let's watch. My black cat's inside. Black cats. There they are. Black cats are, I have a big fat black male cat. Batman. They're just very, very, they seem to be more congenial than most other cats. In my opinion. I have cats all the time. I love cats. I'm around cats all the time. And their temperament, they're usually fat. I've never tried to walk that, but they're very receptive. In some countries they're good luck, in some countries they're bad luck. In our country, unfortunately, they're equated to witchcraft. But nonetheless, man, Black Cat Month. It is Black Cat Month, and it is Black VP Month. On the stage tonight at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Don't go anywhere. Mike Pence will take on Kamala Harris on the big stage through plexiglass. Plexiglass. Bubble debates tonight because Kamala Harris says that COVID-19 is killing people in the White House. That's the argument. So when is the 2020 vice presidential debate? Time, channel, live stream. So here it is. Right? I'll give you the details. While President Trump's COVID-19 diagnosis has made the remainder of the presidential debate schedule tentative at best, though Trump says he plans to attend October 15. What tentative? Why is the mainstream media? He's fine. He's out. And if he has to sit in a fucking hospital bed and debate, he's going to do it. He ain't dead. He ain't dead. You didn't kill him. So he's going to be there. And Biden the same. So Biden, Kamala Harris and Vice President Mike Pence will take the stage for 90 minutes tonight, separated by plexiglass. More on that below. What fucking plexiglass? Some experts maintain that an in-person debate is too risky. What experts? The experts that know Joe Biden can't draw 10 people? Or that it's a failed candidacy that is running on Trump hate and Trump hate alone. If you hate Trump, vote for us. It's not a strategy. That's nothing. This is bullshit. So plexiglass will be used to form a barrier between Harris and Pence during the debate to guard against the transmission of COVID-19 after a coronavirus outbreak in the White House. Following the news of President Donald Trump's COVID-19 diagnoses after the first presidential debate, the debate commission also moved to distance candidates 13 feet apart instead of 7 feet apart. Why don't they hand out bullhorns? Why don't they stand 100 yards, like put it on a football field? Do it on a football field and they could stand like 20 yards away with bullhorns and they could scream at each other. As to not with plexiglass in between to eliminate the possibility of flying spit. It's so fucking stupid. While Harris' team supports the use of the barrier, the Pence camp would prefer the plexiglass be limited to Harris's side of the stage. Yeah, you're calling for plexiglass? Get in the fucking plexiglass box, bitch. Put the bitch in the box. And let Pence stand outside. You can fucking draw on the box. You can, put notes. You can put Black Lives Matter on the box. You can have fun inside your Black Lives, in front of your black box. I mean, the plexiglass box, bitch. So we'll watch for that tonight, man. We'll watch for that. So let's look at a little fake news.
Virus. Her husband now has it mocked. Senator Harris.
Where's the audio?
Over these
no audio?
plexiglass shields, right, that are going to be put up. At the debate, she said if Senator Harris wants to use a fortress around herself, have at it. They've now said that the vice president will not have the plexiglass. Senator Harris, my understanding, will. Crane, will she make this part of her argument, like that? Yes, I'm going to own this. This is here, and it's here for a reason. Is this?
It's fascinating that they fail to look at the actuality, right? They fail to acknowledge that COVID-19, millions of cases, low amount of death. Now we know that asymptomatic transmission is extremely rare. We also know that the symptoms are decreasing, not increasing. The treatments, the various treatments of antibody, whatever, and remdesivir, steroid are working. Right? So we're working towards a solution to this little glitch in disease, right? But nonetheless, it's now a political tool. The mask, the plexiglass, the distance, the you're not following the rules. It became it's ad nauseum now, right? And fake news refute. Look, what's her name? Miss Bertinelli or who the fuck this lady is? Bartiromo. She's just playing along with it. What happened to these people? What the fuck happened to these people?
Plexiglass actually going to become something significant?
Let me remind the viewers who are watching, Mike Pence is in charge of the White House COVID task force, 19 task force. This is his job, one of his jobs, one of the things that he owns. He and his team should want more.
I have a theory about blacks liking masks. They like masks because they think they're ugly. Right? Most black people, they have a complex about their look. They think that that the white person is beautiful, and because they're black, they're not beautiful. That's what they think. Right? Is it true? What the fuck do I know? Right? One opinion. I like what I like. I like all kinds of shit, man. I like hot, with women, for men. With a woman, it doesn't matter the color. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the ethnicity. Hot is hot. Right? And if you're hot, you're hot. If you're not, then you're not. So I get this suspicion that blacks are embracing this thing because it makes them less black. The mask, put the mask on and you'll be less black because only half your face is black and the other half is, well, in her case, it's black, but why don't you have a white mask? So you're half white, and then you could have a white hat on, and then all we see is your eyeballs, and then I guess you're equal. That's what you want. The mask is making you socially equal. Because that's really what it's about. This is not about any disease transfer at this point. This is about psychological disorder. Right? It's about fucking kookiness, right? In my view, anyway. Right? So welcome everybody. Joining us. If you're joining us late, we're going to be talking about. Right now, we're talking about the VP debate tonight at 9 p.m. And we've talked about Eddie Van Halen dead. And we're going to talk about some radical Jews that are on your side, fighting they're fighting for you. Right? The Hasids here in Brooklyn are lashing out at Cuomo and de Blasio for locking him down. And we're going to look at the giant racist. Some call her Michelle Obama, has her foot firmly in her mouth on this racial nonsense. Right? It's just stoking the flames of racism leading into the election, which is less than a month away. Right? Fake election, real election, I don't know. But here's fake news. Let's listen to them.
More protections. They should want to make sure that not just Kamala Harris and Mike Pence lives are safe and protected, but also the moderators and their family, and also the families and the friends who are going to be watching. And that's what you do. That's what leadership.
So you don't know if she's hot or not, right? You don't know if she's hot. She could take that thing off and she could have lips out to here and a fucking teeth hanging out, or big pimple right here. You don't know what she looks like because that shit hides, right? If you got shitty teeth, right? It's fucking your jawbone, right? It takes away from your look, right? So we don't really know if she's hot. So whether she's black or white doesn't matter, man.
Looks like.
Just fucking lay down.
And so it is shameful that Mike Pence, again, who's in charge of this task force, is complaining, and his team is complaining about this. Look, tomorrow what we're going to see Kamala Harris is going to make that contrast between a Biden and Harris campaign and this Trump and Pence campaign. And what I mean by that is she's going to lay out what Biden and a Harris administration would do in a crisis like this, and to avoid, what do we do in a pandemic? What do we do in an economic, and lay out.
What a fucking shit sandwich, man. Thank you, CNN, for having that very, very special guest on there that voiced her opinion about masked hysteria. Thank you very much. Fucking stupid asses. So this will make you, this is Trump retweet. Trump retweeted about 51 minutes ago, Dems want to shut your churches down permanently. Hope you see what is happening. Vote now. So this is, if you have told me in 2019, this is the tweet. If you told me in 2019 that we were just 1 year away from Americans being arrested for holding outdoor church services, I would have thought you were insane. This is one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen. Pray for America. It says Cliff Maloney. Trump retweet. A Trump retweet. So let's watch. So allegedly, apparently, there's people out there. They're outside of a church because the church is closed, and there's people outside praying and singing. And this gentleman is being arrested for participating. What the fuck is going on? That's one way to protest. But what about your brother being arrested? Why don't you gather around the police and stop it? So he's being shuffled off for something. This is the new world order. This is insanity. This is insanity. A man is being arrested for being outside his church, congregating, and when there's millions of fucking tens of thousands of radical assholes roaming around the street, breaking stuff, violently breaking shit, crashing windows and setting shit on fire, setting half of the country on fire in California, Washington, and Oregon. If you gather for a church gathering, this is not hyperbole. This is not maybe. This is not staged. This is real. Police, according to Trump, just arrested. Trump confirms that a man was arrested for having a church meeting outside his house. So that's one way of handling it. One way is when the police do it, you can keep singing. On the other hand, you can do this, right? New York Orthodox community holds large protest over new coronavirus restrictions. This is 2:00 in the morning today. 2:00 in the morning. This shit was posted by the New York Post. I didn't see it because I'm sleeping. I don't fucking get up. That's what they pay the guys at the New York Post to do. Right? Get up, get the video, get the footage so we can talk about it, man. Get the fuck out of bed, man. They're paying you $80,000 a year. Get up, run down, put your Hasid suit on. That's the best way to do it. Dress like a Hasid, right? Go there with the curls and the fucking white shirt, black suit, and hang out there. Shiny shoes. Or you'll probably get arrested like that. Hundreds of members of Borough Park, right down the block, right? I live 5 miles away, not even. I might just go there today and poke around, but Jews are very, very closed. They know a Jew when they see one. You can't. I take that back. You can't go to Hasidic community dressed like a Jew when you're not a Jew. They will know that you are not a fucking Jew. They have Judar, like radar, and gays have gaydar. Jews have Judar. Judar, right? It's Jew detector, Jew detection. They know if you're a Jew. So you can't go there. They'll ask you a question. They'll ask you a Jew question about Habib and Mama, haka, haka, haka. I have to pull a book out. They'll start talking to you like that. And then you look at them like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I don't know what you're saying, man. Speak English. They'll know you're not a Hasid. They know. You can't possibly know. You can't possibly be a Jew. You can't possibly be a Hasid without knowing the haka, haka, haka language. To get you, man. So anyway, that was a joke, but this is respectfully, the Hasidic community is so tight and so together on this subject, and now they're coming out in force. So hundreds of members of Borough Park Orthodox community. Let's play the video. The video says it all. Watch this shit. Watch.
Hey, back up now! Right, back up, come on. Get out of the smoke. Out of the way to smoke it, please. Come on.
Of my people that have to die, I'm holding Mr. de Blasio and Mr. Cuomo personally responsible. I will file criminal charges. I will go after you personally. I will make sure that I sue you every possible minute. I will spend every single dollar I own just to get you. By the way, everybody, while all of our taxes went up, Mr. de Blasio's 2 houses, his taxes were down. It was moved down. Everybody should be hell happy. Yeah. You did a good job for yourself, Mr. de Blasio. And if you think Mrs. de Blasio, Craig, retard woman, whatever you are, you think you're going to get elected to borough president, you will not be elected. Heshy's going to go to all your little things, and I'm going to scream, and I'm going to dance, and yes, I'll act a little crazy, which is nothing new, right? Yeah, I know.
Oh, my fucking people, man. I love them. They're my people because they're from Brooklyn. But that's what I was saying all along, man. These people don't fuck around. Hold on a second. These people don't fuck around, man. You heard them say, we'll sue you. We'll press criminal charges. The guy said, we will get every fucking Jew in Borough Park will line up around the block, around the courthouse to sue you. The Jew will sue you. They don't fuck around. They're one community. Once the leaders of the community set the direction, everybody falls in line. That's how they do it, right? So you talk about an anti-mask, anti-establishment movement. Follow the Jews, man. They're telling you how to do it. They're burning shit. They're not burning their own property. They're just making fire in the street. They're making a mess. They're making a mess in the public street. They are pushing back. They are not threatening you. They are telling you what comes next. If you keep locking down our churches, what's the thing about? Anyway, I don't even think I read it. Hundreds of members of the Orthodox community took to the streets Tuesday, defying orders to disperse and lighting a fire in protest of the new state-mandated restrictions imposed on area synagogues, schools, non-essential businesses over a COVID-19 surge. What surge? What? It's just fucking... How many people died? How many people died in the surge? Huh? Zero? All right. One large crowd huddled closely together at the corner of 50th Street and 15th Avenue at about 9 p.m. as community activist Hashi Tesler ripped Governor Andrew Cuomo and Mayor Bill de Blasio over the order that shuts down schools completely and limits houses of worship to 10 people. Those fucking houses, those temples are packed with Jews, man. They pack in there, man. It's like a mosh pit. That's what's going on in there, right? They pack those fuckers in there, right? And you can't say 10 people. 10 people is an insult. Right? And shutting down their businesses, closing their schools. Much of Borough Park is subject to those measures. The most restrictive, which also shutter non-essential businesses. The level of restrictions, broken down into 3 color-coded categories, is guided by coronavirus diagnoses data. It's called civil disobedience. We can fight back, Tischler told the crowd after tearing up his face mask. Do not allow them to torture you or scare you, he said, referring to the elected officials. Oh, fucking yes. Yes. Councilman Kalman Egger later showed up at another protest on 13th Avenue. They lighten it up, man. They got one going on over here, one going on over there. Watch what comes next. You think they're gonna let you lock down their shit? They're gonna be like, fuck you. Right? You're gonna arrest us? Yeah, they will do it. They will file a fucking 100 lawsuits. They will can't you think this City Hall idiots, Occupy City Hall idiots, young children burning shit that they don't even know what they're doing? You wanna compare that to the Hasidic community, the Hasidic Jews? They're fucking lawyers. Right? Half of those Jews are lawyers, right? They will come at you with an arsenal, a massive attack, man. This is such good news, man. It's such good news that people are finally fighting back just a little bit. And you got to follow the Jew, man. That's your problem. You guys there's so many Jew haters in the country. I don't hate Jews. I have no problem with Jewish America. I love Jewish people. I meet Jewish people and they're interesting. I've talked to. I remember when I was a fortune teller, and I was sitting in a nightclub, and this Hasidic guy came and sat down. I was like, "What the hell are you doing here, man? I thought you guys don't go out at night." And he was telling me, yeah, I'm trying to break away. I'm trying to get away from it. I was like, okay, all right. And we talked about religion, and we talked about the Torah. It's not the only Hasid that I've ever talked to, but it's so deep and so interesting. And you know, he had no problem with the psychic stuff. Oh, I say, yeah, that's we call that Jewish mysticism. They're very, very knowledgeable. They're very grounded, and in my opinion, they're the perfect people to lead the charge on this. Right? We are not going to deprive. We are not going to be deprived of the right that we have in America, like everyone else in America, the right to observe our religion. That's it, man. You're religious discrimination. You saw the Christians in the last video. They folded like a cheap suit. The guy just put his hands behind his back and walked off with the police. The Hasids are not going to do that, man. They're going to surround you. They'll fucking 500 young kids with, with curls, fucking, and I'll show you a video. I'll show you what they're going to do. They crowded a photographer. I don't know why. But anyway, this is let's look at some images. There they are, man. They're having a powwow in the middle of the street. They're all out in masks. The masks, they're burning the masks. They had enough. They have had a fucking enough. Right? Enough already. All right. There they are, man. They're coming out in mass. Right? Guy's fucking burning. Is tearing up his mask, man. Enough with the masks. Some masks, some not masks, whatever, man. They're doing it to conform. That's all they are. Maybe they got a cold, They don't want to give it to anybody. So that's a big story right there. That's a big story. Here's another video that I'm not really sure what it is, but a crowd of Orthodox protesters attacked photographer. Now, what was this guy doing? Why was he? The Jews are very, very skeptical. They're very, very cautious of outside media, outside people. That is a fault. When you go in there, I've gone to the Hasid community trying to report and try to talk to people. They go the other way. They see the camera a block away and they fucking walk to the other side of the street. They don't want any part of that. But this is when you'll see them. They come out in numbers. They come out in mass. They come out. They don't have a singular opinion, really. Their opinion is the opinion of the community. Community comes first. That's why they're very powerful. Right? So they will rock. They will rock City Hall and take de Blasio down. Right? They'll frame de Blasio as a religious bigot, which they should. A white-hating, black-loving, religious bigot. That's who Cuomo. That's de Blasio. That's who he is, right? So a photographer was attacked by a crowd of Orthodox Jews. Let's see what happens. So a lot of Jews running down the street, man. You don't want to be in that crowd. You don't want to be in front of that crowd. Right? Being attacked by Hasids. So apparently there is a photographer, a cop pushing the photographer. They don't like this guy. There's something not right about it. I don't know what it is. We'll read the story in a second. Let's watch the video. They're surrounding him. He just seems like a regular guy doing his job, taking some pictures. Maybe they know him. It's possible that they know who he is, like he works for a fucking shitty publication, a smear publication. But this is not right, man. And he's down. He's down on the floor. And even if they're peaceful, they're just trying to antagonize him. And there's a lot of people like that. You can get stepped on. You get stepped on. So let's find out what happened. So a photographer was attacked by a crowd of Orthodox Jews enraged over the new state mandate restrictions imposed during a COVID-19 surge in Borough Park. The unidentified photographer, wearing a white polo shirt and a white face mask, was standing on the sidewalk, apparently filming with a phone, as the crowd surrounded him on all sides. Video of the harrowing Tuesday night incident shows. As he tried to walk away, well, what else, man? What else? Is there any details? The defiant crowd chanted, and this is brilliant, "Jewish lives matter." Oh, shit. You can't say that because only black lives matter. So the Jews are chanting, I wish I got a clip of that. Jewish lives matter. 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 Who do we want? Jews. When do we want them? Now. Fucking shit is dope, man. Fucking Jews coming up with some shit, man. Jewish lives matter. Police say no arrests have been made during the unruly night. They didn't arrest a single Jew. All out, all crowded together, all in defiance of the rules. Fucking shooting face masks across at each other, burning them, throwing them into the fire. Not a single arrest. Why? Because they're terrified. The New York City, the city hall, what are they called? The city council and the public advocate office, even the mayor's office, are terrified of the Jews because they come out in mass. They come out in mass. Mark my words. This is the beginning of it. This is not over. So I don't know what happened with this guy. I don't know who he is, and I guess we'll have to follow it. New York Post is not publishing his name or anything. They just got some video. And that's not good, right? Jews, wake up, man. If the guy's a dickhead, if the guy is a known cocksucker to the community, that's one thing, right? Get him, right? Or at least don't stomp him. Don't stomp him. That's fucked up, man. You're catering to the violence. But humiliate him. If he's a dickhead, surround him so he can't get out, and give him his peace, and he'll never come back, man. Spit in his face, do, get in his face, and that's good to do. Right? The guy's way outnumbered, right? That's a little scary, right? If that could happen. Me, that's why I've been training. I run, man. You know how fast I run now? I run backwards. I practice running backwards. I run forward. I run fast. Been running like 8 minutes a mile, 7 minutes a mile, sometimes faster. I really, do sprints across the field, and fight. Fight, because I don't want to get my ass kicked anymore. I'm tired of getting. This climate that we're living in is people are getting fucking violent, and it's you gotta stay fit or don't go over there. Right? If you don't want to play, don't. If you don't want to pay, don't play. So, Q. Are you still there? Knock, knock. Q. I love you. Q is still out there, right? I heard. Not anymore on Facebook. So, Facebook bans QAnon across its platforms. Oh, man, I can feel the fucking pain. I feel the pain. The people who need Q to tell them what's going on in the world. How are you going to get your politics now without Q? Without Q telling you what's going on in the world. You might have to make up your own mind. You might have to spend an extra 5 minutes to read the fucking newspaper every day. It doesn't take long to read the news. I skim the news in the morning on my phone. I do it twice. I do it a lot. I follow the news throughout the day because my show is in the morning. And you're getting the compilation of the day, yesterday and this morning. You're getting breaking news this morning. So, what I do is when I see a story that's interesting, I just throw it into a file. And then at night, maybe like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I skim the news. And I skim for real shit that's happening. And then I do it again in the morning, right before this. That's how I caught the Jews attack video. So, but the point I was trying to make is that it doesn't take much to educate yourself. Read a variety of stuff. Read Fox, read CNN, read the fake news. I like New York Post because it just speaks to me. Read Zero Hedge, go to Politico, just see what the fake news is saying. You don't have to agree with them, but you certainly can find out. That's for you, QAnon people. So Q, oh no. Where we go one, we go all. Yeah, well, you should pay attention to the Jews in Borough Park because they're telling you how to do it. All right? So far, I haven't seen one organization. I haven't seen one and I don't like this phrase, anti-mask. I noticed in the viral video I had of me chucking that lady's masks into the street. A lot of the comments are saying anti-mask. Right? They're labeling me an anti-masker. What the fuck does that mean? No, you're a jerk-off wearing a muzzle on your face. I am human. I am normal. You are the fucking problem. Don't coin me. You're the muzzle-wearing, diaper-wearing idiot who doesn't know how to fucking look up virus and and you're playing into their hands. So don't be calling me names. Anti-mask. Go fuck yourself. Right? Anti-mask. Facebook said Tuesday that it is banning all QAnon accounts from its platforms, a significant escalation over its previous actions, and one of the broadest rules the social media giant has put in place in its history. Facebook said the change is an update on the policy it created in August that initially only removed accounts related to the QAnon conspiracy theory that discussed violence, which resulted in the termination of 1,500 pages, groups, and profiles. But now they're broadening their discrimination. They're broadening their censorship to include anybody and everybody who discusses QAnon right before the election. Can it swing? Yeah, this is when the swell happens. The swell happens in the final hours. Final 2 weeks. There's people probably still not even paying attention. They're like, oh yeah, who's running? Trump again? And who's, that guy, Biden. They're just waking up. A lot of people are still just waking up. And politicians know that, right? They don't know. The majority of the people don't realize that the Democrats just, again, for the second time, cheated Bernie Sanders in the primary, shut the primary down, anointed Joe Biden, selected Kamala Harris in case Joe Biden, just to get the black vote. It's all staged. The whole fucking thing is staged. Did Bernie Sanders play into that? I don't believe that Bernie Sanders did that. I think that he really believes in his heart of hearts that you could overcome the system, but he just doesn't have the ability to do it. Bernie, go back to Brooklyn and listen to the Jews. Listen to the Hasidic Jews where you grew up. They're fucking a mile away from where you grew up. Bernie Sanders grew up in Flatbush, the Flatbush section, and the Hasids that we're talking about right here in Borough Park, but it's going to spread. It's going to spread to Crown Heights. It's going to, watch, they're all going to start, if you start shutting down their neighborhoods, they're all going to come out. Also, there's a neighborhood in Queens that they're trying to shut down. They're going to come out. So I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, so Q. A company spokesperson said the enforcement, which started Tuesday, will, quote, bring to parity what we've been doing on other pieces of policy with regard to militarized social movements, such as militia and terror groups that repeatedly call for violence. Well, why does that include all Q? Q is just a theory. Q is just a LARP. It's a live action role play where people think that QAnon is connected to the president in some way, that inside information is leaking. Why is that? That's like a soap opera. Why is that? Why would that be subject to censorship? The theory of QAnon. Is it directly related to, like the QAnon killer, the Anthony Camillo guy that shot the Gambino crime guy? There's no real proof of that. There's no proof of that. And then so what? There's always freedom of speech. There's always protection under the First Amendment for speech. And QAnon certainly, of course, is. Everything is protected. Everyone is protected via free speech. But QAnon is getting fucked. So they're starting to take down these, instead of, starting today, we will remove Facebook pages, groups, and Instagram accounts for representing QAnon. That's it. Umbrella cause, an umbrella censorship. QAnon is no more on Facebook. We're starting to enforce this updated policy today and are removing content accordingly. But this work will take time and will continue in coming days and weeks, Facebook wrote in a press release. Our dangerous organization's operations team will continue to enforce this policy and proactively detect content for removal instead of replying on user reports. They're not even going to tell you. You're just going to go to your site one day and it's going to be gone. Why not take down Black Lives Matter? Why not take down anything related to Antifa, which has been declared by the White House to be a terrorist organization? William Barr, the Attorney General, has declared Antifa a fucking terrorist group, a domestic terrorist group. But you can go to Antifa.com, and where do you go? I'll do it again just to see if it is. Antifa. I want to go to Antifa.com. I want to go to Antifa.com, You see how I typed in Antifa.com, and where do I go? Oh shit, I'm at Joe Biden again. All right? So the government has declared Antifa.com Antifa a terrorist organization, and Joe Biden sides with them, right? Mask-wearing idiots, right? And so who's aligning with the terrorists? Who's aligning with the radicals? Right? It's the radical left. It's insane when you think about. I mean, I'm no fan of Q, but I'm a fan of Q's ability to speak. It's one of the greatest LARPs of our time. It's one of the greatest dramas and soap operas of our time. Whether you believe it or not, it's magnificently powerful and influential to a lot of people, and it means a lot to people. It's kind of like their sanctuary. And a lot of what Q says is good. I don't like the whole pedophile, everybody's a pedophile and all that shit, but for the most part, they know that there is a corrupt system in place, and it's the deep state, as they call it, the deep state. But QAnon fails to look at the greater problem, which is corporate America, which is the banks and the oligarchs that are, pay off all those people. That's nonetheless. So the spokesperson said the company believed it needed to limit the ability of QAnon and military social movements to operate and organize on our platform. This is good, bad. This is bad. This is censorship. This is 1984 shit. You can't say this. You can't say that. You can't go outside and celebrate your religion because of the bug, the virus, the plague. It doesn't kill anybody, but so what? It doesn't matter. We're telling you what the fuck you have to do. Right? We're setting up a system of conformity, of absolute compliance. They're not asking for, they're asking for compliance. Fall the fucking line, or we'll use the laws to prosecute you. See, the problem is that there's a fundamental problem with the two sides. Both sides, in their heart of hearts, believe they're right. The QAnons and the patriots of this country see what's happening, that their rights are being slowly removed for no fucking reason. And the other side always feel they've felt for the longest time that they have not gotten their share of the American pie. Even though in the case of blacks, where they had a black president, they had a black first lady, black family, nice black children running around on the White House lawn. Right? But that's not enough, right? Because we want more, right? We got hoodwinked. Oh, you gave us the presidency and took our everything else. Or some shit like that, right? You're not smart enough to figure it out. You're not smart enough to play the game. Is that the problem? Is that really the problem? Or do you have a mental defect? Because every other culture that comes to this country seems to prevail. Everybody, right? And once you start identifying yourself as black, whatever the fuck color your skin is, doesn't matter. But once you start calling yourself a black, you throw yourself into that ignorant class of idiots that are never satisfied, that never get enough. You never get enough, right? So shut down Q because it's organized, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Qs, right? With the how many Qs are gonna fight back? Are they gonna go back into hiding? Are they gonna take it on the chin? Are they gonna come out into the street like the Habibs? Habibs don't fuck around no Facebook or Google. They will stand on the court steps with 25, 50, 100 Hasidic lawyers ready to sue the high shit out of the courts, right? That's what they do, right? They're not playing no Facebook. They're not playing no fucking Twitter. They're serious, right? Serious shit, right? Out in the street. So yesterday we talked about this. I want to play it one more time before we segue into Michelle Obama's massive fucking gaffe in the mouth, right? Listen to this, right? So yesterday I played this. This is a white professor telling you about how bad you should feel about being white. Listen to this.
I'm here today for a number of reasons. One is I am personally committed to continuing to learn how to be less racist. As a white American, I am by definition racist. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I know that there is this sort of rhetoric of white people in the United States rejecting the label of racism, but I think we need to acknowledge that and it.
This is called stoking the fans. It's called fanning the flames. Fanning the flames of racism. Thank you very much, Professor. That's what she's doing. She's a white woman, isolated in her white world, and doesn't know a single black, and feels sympathy for people that she doesn't even know, or doesn't even realize that she's being hoodwinked into being a white cunt professor professing their fucking insanity. Right? That's who she is.
And do better. When I talk about this idea of white supremacy as a pandemic or as a disease, I don't mean that metaphorically, which I think would trivialize both racism and people's experience of it and diseases like COVID-19. Rather, I'm saying that there's a real literal component here that I want to highlight.
Yes, Weevil Girl. We did watch this yesterday. I'm just playing it again because it makes, it's only 2 minutes and it segues into what Michelle Obama is going to say. Right? I got the video. The Michelle Obama video is fucking staggering, blood boiling. Want to take the screen and throw it out the window. Just wait a minute.
White supremacy is not a disease, it is a choice, and it is a system that white people have built in order to oppress everybody else. And we see that with life and death issues like COVID-19 and the appalling and ongoing acts of police violence and murder. But we also see it in the everyday in the work that we do as language scholars and educators. And so that's where I'll be focusing my discussion today. As many people of color, both activists and scholars, have pointed out, the notion of racism doesn't exist. You're either a racist or anti-racist in your.
You're either a racist or an anti-racist. This is, again, a college professor, PhD at California, Berkeley. This is, and they're allowed to do this. They keep their jobs. They're allowed to do this. This is the attack. Convince all white people, get white people out of the way so they can take over. Shut down community groups, shut down discourse online, shut down businesses, shut down churches. What the fuck is going on, man? What the fuck is going on? It makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder how we got here. So that's that crazy lady. Oh, let's listen to this guy before. Well, I think the next clip is Michelle Obama. I love this guy. So he's a black American, I guess, for lack of a better, just an observation. I love what he said, and he plays a Trump clip. Let's watch this guy. Thank you, Bill West, for bringing this to my attention.
Oh. And in fear, there is nothing but destruction within yourself and around you, the outside self. It will destroy you, folks. And a perfect example of the fear is when they announced the Chinese virus and they told everyone, stay home, lock down and stay home and wear a mask. That people overreacted and they went and locked down, they put on a mask, they stayed in their homes, and now their businesses are going out of business. The government won't, at least the Democratic government, will not release you. Every time there even any hint of you being free again, they get upset about it. They don't want anyone to tell you that.
Amen.
You can be free, because once the government get a hold of you, they will hold you forever. Look what they've done to black people. It is out of control with black people. They have had a hold of black Americans for at least 70 years or more, and they have only gotten worse. And they will not let the blacks go. They will do whatever they can, give them free stuff. Now they're talking about giving them reparations because they will not let them go. And that's what they're doing to the American people right now.
I love that he speaks of black people in the second person when he's I guess he's black, right? But he gets it. You know what I mean? He gets it. It's not about color. It's about political control.
You got to break loose yourself. You got to have courage. Here's an example of that. The White House, this is from the White House. President Donald Trump urged Americans to stop being afraid of the coronavirus after he returned to the White House, after receiving treatment for the virus. Here's your soundbite.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. We have the best medical equipment. We have the best medicines, all developed recently. And you're going to beat it. I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I could have left 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than I have in a long time. I said just recently, better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen. We have the greatest country in the world. We're going back to work. We're going to be out front. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew there's danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. Get out there. Be careful. We have the best medicines in the world, and it all happened very shortly, and they're all getting approved, and the vaccines are coming momentarily. Thank you very much. And Walter Reed, what a group of people. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Yep. Fucking totally amazing, man, Trump. So anyway, I just wanted to play that clip. Thank you, Jesse Lee Patterson, for your work. I didn't know who you were until today, or last night. So this is disturbing, right? If you hate this fucking face right here, you're gonna hate it a little more after 3 minutes. So Michelle Obama is pleading. She's blaming Trump for stoking the fanning the flames of racism. That's what she's accusing Trump and all of the whites in America. And she's saying that you are victims of Trump's power grab. It's the exact same thing as what the Democrats are doing. The Democrats are fanning the flames of racism. They're blaming Trump. Trump is in a way blaming. Let's just listen to it, and then you make up your own mind. That was my assessment of it. But check this out.
And it is frustrating to hear some folks say that you've been the beneficiary of privilege, that the color of your skin gives you a head start. That is the reality for far too many hardworking, decent Americans. But right now, the president and his allies are trying to tap into that frustration.
So she's saying, hey, whites, I understand what you're saying, but Trump is tapping into some other shit. Listen.
And distract from his breathtaking failures by giving folks someone to blame other than them. They're stoking fears about Black and brown Americans, lying about how minorities will destroy the suburbs, whipping up violence and intimidation. And they're pinning it all on what's been an overwhelmingly peaceful movement for racial solidarity. It's true. Research backs it up.
She said it was all non-violent fucking protests. Research proves it. Look it up. Guess what? Fucking Michael, we did look it up, and we've been following it very closely. And there's violence all over the place. I was in the middle of it. It's a very, very intimidating, violent movement of Antifa members and Black Lives Matter members. What did you miss? Are you stupid enough? Are you so wealthy now that you don't even know what's going on in the world? Or you're just a fucking shill. You're just reading off the prompter. You got a fancy prompter and oh, you're Michelle Obama. You're the wife of the ex-president, the black lady. And you're gonna now you're gonna come out of your face and blame. Fuck you.
Only a tiny fraction of demonstrations have had any violence at all.
They're burning half the country right now. The wildfires. They're burning them fucking down. Violence. How many videos do you need? I put together a video of the the best fight scenes on the street. People, Black Lives Matter, coming into neighborhoods, fighting with people, breaking shit, burning shit. That's not violent. When you set someone's car on fire, when you set someone's house on fire, that's not fucking violence. Are you out of your fucking mind?
So what the president is doing is once again patently false. It's morally wrong. And yes, it is racist. But that doesn't mean it won't work.
So the racist is calling Trump the racist. That's what's going on.
Because this is a difficult time, a confusing time. And when people hear these lies and crazy conspiracies repeated over and over and over again, they don't know what to think. With everything going on in their lives, they don't have time to fact check falsehoods being spread throughout the internet.
She just spoke to 90% of Americans that they don't have time to research and look into things. But that's precisely what the Biden campaign is about. They're banking on the fact that you don't know that he's senile, that you don't know that he's just a power grabber, he's just an oligarch like all the rest of them. So again, this is just the other side of the racist coin. This is the black talking head, the talking head for blacks, the ignorant blacks that buy into this shit, right, and believe it. And she's trying to tap into the young people too. They're not buying this shit. They don't trust any of you.
And even reasonable people might get scared. And the one thing this president is really, really good at is using fear and confusion and spreading lies to win. Look, I get it. But I also feel it. As a black woman who has, like the overwhelming black woman, as a black woman who has, like the overwhelming majority of people of color in this nation, done everything in my power to live a life of dignity and service and honesty, the knowledge that any of my fellow Americans is more afraid of me than the chaos we are living through right now.
Where's your mask? I'm getting scared. Put your mask on.
Well, that hurts. It hurts us all. It is a heaviness that sits on our hearts. So I want to appeal for some empathy here too. I want everyone who is still undecided to think about all those folks like me and my ancestors, the moms and dads who worked their fingers to the bone to raise their kids right, the teenagers who wear hoodies while working hard to get their diplomas, the millions of folks who look like me and fought and died and toiled as slaves and soldiers and laborers to help build this country. Put yourselves in our shoes for just a moment. Imagine how it feels to wake up every day and do your very best to uphold the values that this country claims to hold dear. Truth, honor, decency, only to have those efforts met by scorn, not just by your fellow citizens.
It's called healthy competition, you idiot.
But by a sitting president.
It's black privilege, yep. That's definitely what it is. Frequent Flyer says black. That's the epitome of black privilege. And TYT's happy to put that shit out there. They call that an investigation. Oh, thank you, TYT, for putting out that very important piece of information, man. So anyway, man. So Marcus Conte reporting. I didn't really have much to say about that, but I think that it is the headline. Obama, because of who she is. I think the bigger story is the Orthodox Jews pushing back in Brooklyn for the first time. There isn't any pushback movement in this country pushing back on the lockdowns that I have seen. Like the rising up last night in the Orthodox Jewish community here in Brooklyn. And I would hope that others follow suit. I hope other people get off their freaking assholes and start to, stop hating the Jew. Love the Jew. The Jew is your friend. The Jew has helped you understand something. It's understanding something. Listen.
I live my life like there's no tomorrow. All I've got, I have to steal. These
Please don't give me a copyright strike. Just staying at home. Yeah, play it, Eddie. Running with the devil. Yeah, man, I'm loving it, totally loving it. So I don't want to play too much of that, man, because you know the copyright shit, man. They slam you for that, man. They take away your fucking page and shit because you said that. So I guess we gotta listen to this, man. Listen to this. Listen to this shit, man. So listen to some of this. Listen to Krishna. That works. Much better. Yeah, man. So thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you everybody in the chat, man. It's been a fucking good day, man. Yeah, man. So it's a good day here. It's a good day. I don't know. Is Michelle Obama the racist? Of course she is. Let's just watch. Let's just keep in tune. Keep watching the Hasids in Borough Park. That story's gonna get very, 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 very interesting. Very, very shortly. I'm Alex Conte reporting. Thank you everybody in the chat. Weevil Girl is here. Joseph Pauly, Lewis Sharp. Thank you, Vinny DiMartini on the wrench for moderation. If you got timed out, it's your problem, man. You got dicked out, man. You're a dick. Van Halen is better. Yeah, I know Van Halen's better, but Van Halen will charge you to play their shit, man. You can't do that shit. Jim Gerard is here. Max Sooner. Weevil Girl. Matt Dodson. Thanks everybody, man. Stay tough, stay strong, man. Stay in the game. Don't go to sleep. Stay awake. Stay awake, man.